A month ago, Joel Dommette resigned as MEP for Wimbledon Chase. He allegedly made a racist remark/joke at a wedding in the French ski resort the Alps. The front pages of the British press showed images of Dommette dressed as an SS officer. He was at a stag party with others dressed as SS officers. Newspapers, and even free newspapers, revealed Dommette's connection to the far right. His relatively short career in European politics is now over. Joel Dommette, welcome to Vauxhall. Why do you think you are here talking to me today?
Well, you emailed me.
You had a relatively short career in the deep-heated atmosphere of Eurotunnel politics. It ended, you could argue, very early. In your own view, what do you think happened?
I'm afraid I can't comment. Legal issues. I am currently suing every journalist, broadcaster, relative and friend that made these outrageous allegations, and have been advised not to discuss the case.
Oh, okay. I really thought that was what the interview was meant to be about.
Suffice to say, I am not a racialist. The 4 to 8 people who contributed to my exit from politics will feel justice. Justice will take its court course.
There were pictures of you at a far-right rally saluting. You attended a wedding of a friend dressed as Himmler. You were recorded making the quip, which was recorded by a Guardian journalist, and I quote, "Hug a hoodie, unless he's a star, 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 then tear gas the star, 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 star." Racist. Why do you think people have this perception of you?
Well, you were at Oxford. I went to Oxford as well. People. The press even had a story of me claiming that I sent a sketch of the Führer to historian David Irving, with a cover letter, I might add, telling him how much I loved his book Hitler at War.
But that was true.
It was technically a watercolour. Incidentally, it's a really good read.
Look, as far as this whole episode is concerned, the legal are dealing with the matter, and I'd really prefer to talk about my future career, my new career, as a media. In the media, well, yeah, there's nothing specific as yet. I would say writer, but it's half a Sylvian exercise book of lists of my favourite anecdotes, if that. I've briefly mentioned I like to do a bit of painting. Would you consider living in Spain again?
No.
You also write a blog.
I don't. I had to sell my laptop to cover... Things have really changed for me. My 3-bedroomed apartment, which you could see from the Eurostar, is now a box room above an internet cafe. Not literally, but I literally live above an internet cafe now, as opposed to living in Brussels. You get the idea. Not even voluntary community radio want to take me on. At this stage, thus, I'm a bit lost.
So, in order to move on, you want to prove your alleged innocence?
For allegedly being a racist. Yes. Is it racist? Racialist?
Well, hopefully neither in your case. Perhaps this is a useful time to reflect. You were born in and grew up above Bristol.
When you say it like that, you make it sound like it was the rough part. We did have our own house, at least. There was myself, my sister.
You had a brother as well.
That was my sister. He, she, or whatever he or she is now, still lives in Bristol.
And I was sorry to hear your father passed away last year.
Yeah, it was away.
According to your profile, you went to boarding school, achieving 11 GCSEs and 4 A-levels. But there was an interview with the partner of your brother or sister who I'm suing. So don't mention Anna Daniels' name in your program, please. It's strange. Her claim is that you left school, barely able to use some grammar and punctuation. You were in the same year as her at St. Brendan's Comprehensive. Someone's lying. My father Peter was an officer in the Royal Army and had to put us both in boarding schools whilst serving in Iran and Iraq. Why do you think... Who do you actually think is lying? But Daniel claims he worked for Findus. Please don't mention her name. Okay. Hannah used to go to the army cadets in Yate. Your father Peter ran the hut in Yate for 25 years. We could discuss the case until the cows come down from the hill home and have sex. There is no proof. It will be dealt with. As I've said, I cannot discuss a single element of the forthcoming libel case. Well, apart from the fact that Anna Daniels is a fucking liar. Right. I think it would be useful at this stage, maybe, to use this whiteboard behind us to list the things we may and may not discuss. I think that's a great idea. Your career as a painter. That's fine, as long as you don't mention you're a painting. Yeah, it was actually General Keitel. Your downfall. Absolutely not. The fact you went to Oxford, but did a summer job at Holland and Barrett in Oxford, and had a relationship with a girl from the Blackbird Leys estate who had no hair. No. Your alleged political ideology, I take it as read. We've covered, we can't discuss that. How about your mother strangely coming back from the dead? She didn't die when you were 12. She ran off with the regional manager of Victoria Wine. He was only there for the summer until he was old enough to join the RAF. I mean, he was assistant manager, if that. But that didn't happen. But they did run off to the Canary Islands together. Right, the plagiarism case that led you to forfeit your teaching qualification and my degree from Oxford. Well, which college did you attend? East. Let's try and keep this positive, Tristram. London? Yes, that's okay. So, would you consider doing a painting of London? I'm quite new to it. I ventured away from painting by numbers, and I did a one of an eagle and decided just to get a sketchbook for €2. I mean pounds. Sorry, for some habit. Did a sketch of Westminster Bridge, but someone recognised me and I had to leave. I mean, well, the good thing is you can actually walk to Peckham from there where I live, and luckily the internet cafe below my room was still open, so I finished it. I did a print off of a picture of Westminster Bridge, finished it in my room, and I'm currently working on a painting of Linford Christie. I mean, it was only 20p a sheet, so I found an appropriate picture of the athlete. But I'd say proportion is something I really need to work on. Joel Dommette, former MEP, thank you. It's a pleasure. The Tristan Garrel-Cambridge tapes was written and presented by Tristan Garrel-Cambridge, edited by Octavius Hyde, and produced by Lloyd Lenderton. Recorded live from London City Centre, Oxfordshire.